Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship. We are here for round number 4 of the 2021 Porsche Super Cup Championship here at the home of British Motor Racing, the Silverstone circuit in the United Kingdom. Yes, we're finally back with ACLC. It has been, we've been on a bit of a break in these past weeks and it is so good to be back, and we kick off this weekend with some Porsche Super Cup action. It's going to be very, very exciting indeed. We're just about getting underway with 20 minutes of qualifying around the track. Nick Tander, as we're looking at the man in the BWT Lechner racing car, just on his way through the Vale chicane and on to start his flying lap. As he will start his flying lap, then it is time to go through the track. So, Silverstone Circuit, as I said, nicknamed the home of British Motor Racing. The track was opened in 1948, making it one of the oldest tracks on the Porsche Super Cup calendar. I think it might even be the oldest. No, I don't think it's the oldest, but it is one of the oldest. This track hosted the first ever Formula 1 race in 1950, and the track was made, was converted from a British Air Force airbase to a racing track after World War II. And well, what is there to say about this track really, apart from the fact that it's so historic and it's so legendary? You've had so many series over the years. Formula 1 has been here for as long as we can remember. Ran here every single year apart from 1986. I believe it went to Donington. No, not Donington. I don't know where it went. It was... I'm not sure where it went. But yeah, every year, bar 1986, the British Grand Prix has been at Silverstone. There's also been the British Motorcycle Grand Prix for MotoGP, BTCC, British GT, World Endurance Championship, FIA GT. I could go on, but this track has seen no shortage of international racing series come here over the years due to how legendary of a track it is. But this layout then, which is the Arena Grand Prix circuit, which has been in use since 2011, is 5.891 kilometers long, features 18 turns, and we should expect lap times somewhere around at least over the 2-minute mark, I would say. It's at 2:03 should maybe be the lap times we could expect, a bit over that, possibly. But yeah, as Tyler comes across the line, actually, I'm going to get my question answered, and it's a 2:10.7 that Nick Tander does set. But yeah, what is there to say about this track as well? Honestly, it's got a mix of everything really. You got high-speed corners, lots of high-speed corners as well, and then you got a few low-speed as well. And the track is just so special when it comes to elevation and when it comes to its corners, and just how much fame all these corners have as well. They're really just etched into the minds of motorsport fans. You've got Maggots and Beckett, you've got Stowe, you've got Vale, Abbey, you've got Copse and Brooklands and Luffield. You know, it's legendary corners that everyone knows about, and it makes for one of the best racing circuits on the planet, in my opinion. But yeah, time to go down to qualifying then. We're looking at Mikolas Černík, who currently sits in second, and it's with a 2:10.661. He currently sits 500ths off Ji Hwan Kyon. Goes down to third though, as Rubinho Gonzalez separates the two. Spaniard going up into second then. Arban Lukhagva-Suren set a lap time as well. Håkan Sorenström across the line for 9th. Championship leader then, Marco Rosenthal, who won last time out of Paul Ricard. Will be hoping for a good result here as well to hold his championship lead over the likes of Sergei Kazakov and Sebastian Leclerc. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do then. There's Søren Jakobsen across the line. P5 it is for the Dane at the moment. The times are coming in on the board. There is Miško Srnčević, and the Montenegrin goes fastest then by about 200ths of a second. Good lap time from Srnčević, but it is immediately topped by Sergei Kazakov, and that is going to be what the Kyrgyzstani man will be needing to get an edge over his rivals. Fellow Central Asian driver Suleiman Salyev goes up into second. Nick Tanner improves up into 9th. There's Yannick Moltke across the line. So that should be, I think, the last few times coming in on the board. Ji-Hwan Kyon, though, goes across the line and takes back the provisional pole. The Super Formula race winner and the man who obviously scored a podium at the opening round in Portimao. Will obviously be wanting to prove himself to the racing world that he is not only a one-hit wonder, and that he is in fact capable of way more, as he currently sits on provisional pole by over a 10th of a second from Sergei Kazakov in second. Dynamic Motorsport getting off to a bit of a slow start in the season. Well, I shouldn't say so, but I guess they found themselves in the right place at the wrong times. They had a brilliant opening race at Portimao, obviously, with Giuseppe Stella taking the race win, and then Ji-Hwan Kyon securing P3. But other than that, they've kind of come up a bit dry. Only Ludwig Stefansson has only managed a few meager points in Barcelona and Paul Ricard. So we'll see if Dynamic are going to be able to bounce back here at Silverstone. One team that's been doing very well at the moment is Team GP Elite, and I'm talking about the Uniserver Team GP Elite team, not the GP Elite team. Yes, I know, it's complicated. There's a team called GP Elite, and then there's a team called Uniserver Team GP Elite. But you're looking at Håkan Sorenström, who is driving for Uniserver Team GP Elite. It's confusing, I know, but we'll get through it. And Uniserver Team GP Elite then currently sitting P2 in the Teams Championship, just behind Fach Autotech at the moment. 3-car team, by the way, so Team GP Elite have gotten off to a really strong start. Leclerc and Sorenström both scoring podiums last time out at Paul Ricard, which really propelled them up the championship and now puts them in a dangerous position to be able to challenge for the championship lead here at Silverstone should things go their way. There is Mikolas Černík across the line. He goes up into 5th, but quickly is dispatched by Jates Terzic as the Bosnian man gets himself into 5th with a 110.573, just about 100th of a second faster than Černík. But we're just talking about the GP Elite cars. There is Sebastian Leclerc, and the Dutchman goes on to provisional pole. Great lap from Sebastian Leclerc, and that might just be what the Dutchman needs. Although we still have 10 minutes to go, so we'll just have to see if anyone is going to be able to topple that lap time. For now, though, impressive stuff from Leclerc. There's Marco Rosenthal going up into 3rd, and he gets himself ahead of Sergei Kazakov. But right now, the main worry for Marco Rosenthal is going to be Sebastian Leclerc there in P1. So he'll be looking to just find those important 10s on those laps and try and challenge the clues for provisional pole. Right now, though, doesn't seem to be going his way as he's knocked down another position as Miško Srnčević. Very well done from Miško Srnčević this qualifying session so far as he goes up into second, proving himself to be a very strong contender so far. There's Cam Cole, the American, up into 10th then. Cameron Cole, who hasn't gotten off to the greatest of starts maybe as he would have hoped for, only scoring points at Barcelona. Obviously the first ever Porsche Super Cup race winner, I think, will be feeling a bit bitter about these first 3 races of the season, but yeah, every new race is a clean slate to be able to prove yourself, and Cole definitely seems to be doing this at the moment. 200th of a second up then on Sebastian Declote through sector 1. The important thing then is going to be to carry this momentum through the second and third sectors, which obviously is easier said than done then, as Cole heads down the paddock start finish straight then into Kopp's corner. Fast and fearsome right-hander. As there, going up into P3 then, Miyazaki with a very, very good lap. That's a 2:10.3. And that should get herself nicely lodged in between Srnčević and Ji-Hwan Kyom. As Cameron Cole then makes his way around Maggots and Beckett, now through Chapel and down the hangar straight. It's about 3/10 off then in the second sector, so he did lose a lot of time in sector 2 then compared to sector 1. If he just manages to tie this last sector up, then he could be on for a pretty decent improvement then, Cameron Cole. Apparently not, as he's come into the pit lane, so he does not see any any reason to continue on that lap then. So we're looking at Julia Miyazaki then, only 300ths of a second off Miško Srnčević, so we'll see what Miyazaki is going to be able to do, if she is going to be able to improve on this lap. Miyazaki as well, who hasn't gone off to the greatest of starts either. Did score points in Portimao, but had an unfortunate retirement at Barcelona. There goes Bentley Schaefer up into P6 as we look at Miyazaki now heading out of Chapel Corner. Let's see what the second sector time is going to be for Miyazaki. She's actually up then on the Clote in the second sector, about 300ths of a second. So this is going to be an important lap to watch, I do think. As she makes her way through Stowe then. Is she going to finish up the lap? That's going to be the big question then. And apparently not. We have been foiled once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the drivers. Either way, one man who isn't going to leave me hanging, Rubinho Gonzalez, who's currently in 9th, is going to round the final corner then. Let's see if he is going to be able to improve with this lap. No, he stays in P9 for the time being. It's about a second off his personal best as well, so Gonzalez isn't really able to find the time at the moment. And even worse for him, look at how he's come out. He's got a car ahead of him, he's got a car behind him as well, so he is properly in traffic here, as going on to provisional pole out of absolutely nowhere, David Julj, the Croatian, with a 2:10.0, just absolutely blows away the field from absolutely nowhere. That is one hell of a lap time from David Julj, and Fach Autotech get a car on provisional pole. Very well done from David Julj. He has had incredible pace throughout these first 3 races of the season, and if he is able to stick it on pole position, he could definitely be in contention for the championship lead here. And it just gets more and more interesting in qualifying here concerning the championship, ladies and gentlemen, as David Julj now sits on provisional pole. Here's Çağatay Yılmaz, the Turkish man, currently sitting in P6. No good news for Marco Rosenthal then, as he now is in P8. So Marco will be hoping for an improvement here. And we'll see if he is going to be able to get it. Håkan Sorenström just managing an improvement, but he sits in P16. Yilmaz rounding Woodcut, this is then. Sorry, that was Luffield I was talking about. This is Woodcut. And then down. Paddock start finish straight. Into Copse he goes. Keeping the inside line through there. Trying to keep as much speed coming out of the corner as well. You try to set yourself up for the absolutely winding Maggots and then Beckett's. And obviously in Formula 1, when you see the F1 cars just tackle these corners through Copse and then through Maggots and Beckett's and hanging out of Chapel, it is absolutely mesmerizing. But Yilmaz then is now heading through Stowe, through the right-hander of Stowe, and then down into Vale. Let's see if he's going to finish up the lap. Yes, he is. And heading into the Vale chicane then. Important not to clip that curb on clip that sausage curb on the inside line. Otherwise, that's going to send your car flying, and you will lose basically all of your gains through the lap. But Yilmaz going to come across the line, and he improves, goes up into P5 ahead of Miyazaki. So good stuff from Çağatay Yilmaz. He goes down to P6 again, though, as Mikolas Černik goes up into second to 10.083. Closest man to David Juli at the moment, but still not able to challenge the Croatian. 2.5 minutes to go then. Černik goes up into second, and the question remains then if anyone will be able to beat David Juli, or if the lap time is going to remain. Juli in the pit lane at the moment, so I guess he doesn't see any big reason on going out at the moment, so he stays where he is. Håkan Sorenström goes into 9th, and that puts Marco Rosenthal out of the top 10. Still in the points positions, obviously, but he will be hoping for more. As Yannick Moltke now goes up into P5. Good lap from the German. There's Nick Tander up into P10. Improvements from the two of the BWT Lechner Racing cars. So BWT Lechner Racing currently sit P6, P10, and then P16, with Andrei Sazonov being the teammate furthest down. Sergei Kazakov as well improves, and I don't know if he improved or not. I wasn't really paying attention, but Kazakov, at least he is ahead of Marco Rosenthal, but both of them at the moment will be needing an improvement to at least get ahead of Sebastian Decloet, because Decloet now sits at quite a major advantage compared to Kazakov and Rosenthal. As we see Kazakov rounding Luffield. Let's see what he is going to be able to do on this lap then, as he now heads through Woodcut and down into Copse. Got 30 seconds left on the clock. Mikolas Černik improves on his lap there, and he is only 100th off David Juli and the Czech man, getting so close to what could potentially be his first ever pole position. So yeah, we will see if Černik is going to be able to do it. He just squeezed another lap in there. So checker flag is now out. First person across the line, Miyazaki, and Miyazaki going up into third. Good lap from Julia Miyazaki then, and that will probably get her a second row starting position then, but we've still got 20 cars across the line, so that could change. Moltke across the line does not improve. What about his teammate Nick Tander? Tander does improve, and he goes up into 8th. Then we have Sergei Kazakov Man who's challenging for the championship. Let's see how he is going to be able to do with this lap. Goes across the line, and Kazakov does not improve, and he will be staying P13 at best, as Miško Srnčević goes across the line, and the Montenegrin goes on to provisional pole. And that is going to be big, as the checkered flag has just fallen. David Žulj will be feeling frustrated about that, as he's just lost pole position in the dying stages of qualifying, but Miško Srnčević now is just going to have to hope no one else improves as well. Ji-hwan Kyon, the South Korean, is going to be next across the line. What is he going to be able to do then? No improvement for Ji-hwan Kyon. He stays in P10. So still points for Dynamic here at Silverstone, at least in qualifying. As Arban Lechagvasuren is going to go across the line from P22. Can he lift himself up a few positions? No. But behind him, Bentley Schaefer is able to go up into P5. Jagan Junada goes up into 7th. Good lap from the Malaysian driver. Then we have Giuseppe Stella, the man who won the opening round of the season, goes across the line, is only able to get himself up one position, unfortunately, for Stella. And that's only enough to get himself onto the timing board. Avedis Davtyan then. Armenians just coming around the final corner. Can he get himself out of P15 then? Can he manage an improvement with this flying lap as he goes across the line? And he improves up into 12th. Just ahead of Damian Krastev. Håkan Sodenström is next across the line. He'll be the final man across the line to be able to do anything here. He goes up into P13, and that is it. And on pole position here at Silverstone, Miško Srnčević takes pole here at Silverstone. That was a pretty exciting qualifying session as well. David Žulj will be starting second then, as we will be going through starting grid then for lights out here at Silverstone, and it is Miško Srnčević who starts on pole position. The Montenegrin just pulled out a very, very good lap in the dying moments of qualifying, and accompanying him on the front row is David Žulj, the Croatian, who's finished in the points every single race so far. Let's see if he's going to be able to carry that on to this race in Silverstone. Mikolas Černik starts in third, with Julia Miyazaki accompanying the Czech man on the second row. Then it is Bentley Schaefer in his home race, starting in P5, with Süleyman Sariev, the Turkmenistani, starts in 6th. Jagan Junada starts 7th, with Sebastian de Cloot currently the favorite for taking the lead in the championship. We'll see what he's going to be able to do today as he starts in 8th. Then it's the two BWT Lechner Racing drivers of Yannick Moltke and Nick Tander rounding out the top 10. Çağatay Yılmaz will start 11th, as behind him is the Armenian Avedis Davtyan in 12th. Håkan Sodenström started 13th, followed by Damian Krastev in 14th. Ji-hwan Kyon is P15, with Sergei Kazakov, the man P2 in the championship, will have a lot to do today, starting P16. Søren Jakobsen is 17th, and the same, which I said for Kazakov, applies for Rosenthal as well, starting in 18th. He's going to have a lot to do from down in 18th. Andrei Sazonov is 19th. Rubinho Gonzalez rounds out the top 20. Yatis Terzic for Allied Racing. For Black Falcon Team Techstar starts in P21, with Cameron Cole in 22nd. Jose Lucas starts in P23, with Giuseppe Stella in 24th. Arban Lechagvasuren starts P25, and rounding out the grid is Ludwig Stefansson for Dynamic Motorsport and Nikolaus Schlöter starting P27. Right, let's get down to the grid then, as we're just about ready to go racing. And yes, here we are then, getting ready then. Srnčević on pole position here at Silverstone, 16 laps, as we have 6 lights, and we are not underway for the here at Silverstone. Oh dear. Yep, quick restart's gonna fix that, but hopefully we'll be able to get going this time at least, as the lights are coming on here at Silverstone. 16 laps, and we're underway here at Silverstone. Not the greatest of getaways for Srnčević. Žulj did get a better getaway, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything into turn 1, and he isn't at the moment, so Srnčević holds the lead then from Jules in second, and then Miyazaki in third, as there's been a big accident there at the back and a big pileup as well. I'm not sure if this is going to cause for a red flag, and it is, unfortunately. So we're going to get a third restart, but yeah, as they say, third time is a charm. As we're here on the starting grid once again, the lights coming on, 16 laps here at Silverstone, and we're underway once again. Srnčević not getting the greatest of starts. David Jules could try and go up and alongside this time if he's able to do it. Then heading into turn number 1, Srnčević holds the lead then for the time being, as there is an accident, and that's one of the BWT Lechner cars spinning round, and yet another pile up, and this just isn't working, it seems like. David Jan facing the wrong way. Another red flag for the fourth restart. Hopefully it'll work this time. Man, these drivers do not want to yield to each other, it seems like, into turn 1. Hopefully we'll be able to get it running this time as we are underway once again here at Silverstone. It was a very good start from Miyazaki behind, so also David Jules. Srnčević struggling to get away properly, it seems like, but he's still able to hold the race lead. Looking through the field, and I think we have got a clean start, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, contact there between Nikolaus Schlöter and I think it's one of the Team GP Elite cars, but it is fine. We're continuing on then, as Miyazaki now facing pressure from Mikolas Černik. Srnčević pulling away on the at the start then, as Černik tries to fight Miyazaki for third. Bentley Schaefer then is going to try have a go at the Czech driver then, as we head into Brooklands then. He's going to go down the inside line of the Czech man, as heading into Luffield. It's going to be Schaefer on the outside line trying to hang it on there, as Černik has the better traction on the inside line then. So it is going to be Mikolas Černik defending his position for fourth, and then Schaefer, who didn't get the best of runs out of Luffield, is now facing pressure from Jaga Junada, who's going to try and get up into P5. He's having a great start here, as he's going to have a look on the inside line of Copse. On the inside line, heading into Copse, I meant. But at the moment, he's going to have to stay behind. Is he going to be able to try anything into Maggots and Beckett? He thinks about it, but he's going to have to stay behind. Amadis Davitian, bit of a slide through Maggots and Beckett. Stella runs wide. Is that going to allow Rosenthal to try and move here? Yes, it is, as Michael Rosenthal and Giuseppe Stella, the two race winners here at Porsche Super Cup this season, fighting it out through Maggots and Beckett. Stella running wide, and Rosenthal is trying to get involved into it, as I think Rosenthal dipped the wheel into the grass there. That just might give Stella the advantage, and it does so as we head down the Hanger Straight and now into Stowe. Are we going to see a move here from Sergei Kazakov as we look a bit further up the field? Yes, it is a move from Sergei Kazakov, and he does pull it off, heading out of Stowe corner. So Sergei Kazakov adamant to try and get himself into the points-paying positions. So there was a man running wide. I'm not sure who that was. We got Damian Krastev facing pressure from Håkan Sorenström, who's on the inside line there, heading into Stowe. Or it's not Stowe, I mean Club. Ji-Hwan Kion's going to get a good run on Håkan Sorenström now. Heading into Abbey, heading into turn 1, they're wheel to wheel, as Ji-Hwan Kion tries to punch his way through on the inside line there, but Sorenström remains ahead then for P14, and Kion stays where he is. So looking at his teammate Giuseppe Stella now fighting Søren Jakobsen for 17th, but yeah, they're going to have to stay behind. Stella then facing pressure from Marco Rosenthal once again, as we look at Ji-Hwan Kion, and he gets past Håkan Sorenström, heading through Aintree. So good stuff there, but the Swede is not very adamant on letting that position go, as he's going to go to the inside line into Brooklands there, wheel to wheel through the left-hander, and then into the right of Luffield. Sorenström on the outside line there isn't able to hang on to it though, and Ji-Hwan Kion gets himself into the points. Good stuff then from Ji-Hwan Kion, as we're looking at Søren Jakobsen now pressuring Sergei Kazakov, Giuseppe Stella, and I think it was Giuseppe Stella and Marco Rosenthal, but Rosenthal is facing pressure from Stella's teammate Ludwig Stefansson. So Stella's teammate has got his back here, as Stefansson and Rosenthal side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. wheel to wheel, but Rosenthal holds it through Maggots and remains in P19. Good stuff from Marco Rosenthal. Strong on the defense there from Ludwig Stefansson, but Rosenthal, I don't think will be feeling very happy about himself, considering that he should have been in the points by now. On to lap 2 out of 16 then. David Jules leads by 1.5 seconds. Oh, that was someone going over the curb there quite aggressively. I'm not sure who that was. Either way, on to lap 3 then. David Jules sets the fastest lap of the race as Miško Srnčević now leads by 1.5 seconds from David Jules in second. Still Srnčević getting off to a strong start in this race then. And the question remains then if he's going to be able to hold on to that race lead for the majority, or for the rest of the race, I suppose. Here's another battle then between Sazonov and Stefansson then, and Andrei Sazonov gets it done on the inside line through Aintree, but it's going to be Stefansson who's going to try to go to the inside line, and Jose Lucas is going to make it 3 wide into Brooklands, that is, as they are 3 wide there, and Lucas, wow, gets both of them there in 3 wide. He gets both Sazonov and Stefansson and goes from P22 to P20. Oh, it might just come undone though, as Andrei Sazonov gets past Jose Lucas, who dipped a wheel into the gravel there and got a very poor run as a result. Cameron Cole is now going to try to get back on the Brazilian man, but he isn't able to, I don't think. No, they are wheel to wheel actually, and they are going to be side by side through Maggots and Beckett then, as the two are going to go wheel to wheel. Cameron Cole on the inside line, as there is I think it's that Nikolaus Schlöter trying to pick up the scrap from the battle. I think it is. But yeah, Jose Lucas at least holds on to one of his positions. But you have to commend the man for trying a move like that. It was brilliant, I have to say. As there is Søren Jakobsen. He's now fighting Sergei Kazakov, as he gets the Kyrgyz man. David Jules has the fastest lap. There is, I think that was Rosenthal going over the curb. It was, and it's lost him a bit of time, but he is still on the back of Giuseppe Stella here, trying to fight for 18th. Rosenthal then, he's just gonna have to hope that he's actually able to claw his way into the points. Otherwise, he's gonna be in trouble with his championship lead, that's to say the least. Get a bit further up the field. Here is Søren Jakobsen. He's having a look on the outside of fellow Scandinavian Håkan Sorenström there, but at the moment just isn't able to do anything. Jakobsen now chasing down Sorenström. Is he going to be able to do anything? Oh, he hasn't actually got the grace of runs, it seems like, Søren Jakobsen. Kazakov is going to try and go up alongside through Maggots, and Beckett pushes him out wide through Maggots, as the two are going to be wheel to wheel. Kazakov on the inside line. Is he going to be able to make it stick then, as they went side by side through the entirety of Maggots and Beckett? That is incredible racing between the two, as Kazakov don't think he's able to make it stick on the inside, and thus it is going to be Jakobsen who remains in P16. Here's Marco Rosenthal then, once again fighting it out with Giuseppe Stella through Stowe Corner on the inside line. Rosenthal gets it done. Clean move from Marco Rosenthal as he is past Stella finally, 418th. Surprisingly, the lower part of the field actually has been looking very, very close, as apart from the top 10 and the points-paying positions. They do say so. We actually have a battle in the top 15 between Ji-hwan Kyon and Damian Krastyev. So we'll see. Let's see what is going to happen here. Here's Nikolaus Schlöter then fighting it out with, that is Ludwig Stefansson for 23rd. As it is going to be Nikolaus Schlöter who does get it done. Jakobsen is gonna be P17, so or not Jakobsen, I mean Kazakov is gonna be P16 if he's able to get past Søren Jakobsen with this. There's Marco Rosenthal in the background trying to follow Kazakov through as they fight it out through Maggots and Beckett. Kazakov though, I think got a bit too wide there. On the Exeter Chapel, and Rosenthal is now going to be able to try it on Sergei Kazakov there on the inside line through Stowe Corner. Is Rosenthal going to be able to slip up another position? Yes, he does. And Marco Rosenthal goes up into 17th. Good stuff from Marco Rosenthal. The comeback might just be on for the Austrian here. As Giuseppe Stella then will be wanting to become the next man to get past Kazakov, and then we'll see if he is going to be able to do it. Here is Bentley Schaefer trying to go around the outside line of Mikolas Chernik, but is unable to do so. Isn't able to do so just yet. As we are now looking at Bentley Schaefer chasing down Mikolas Chernik. He's been remaining very, very close to the back of the Czech man, trying to get up into P4. Dragan Junadas there behind as well to make it a three-way battle for 4th. So we'll see what is gonna happen here then. Here's Miyazaki then in P3. She's actually caught up to the back of David Jules here. So Jules seems to be struggling quite a bit with pace, it seems like. There's Yonada actually attempted a move on Bentley Schaefer there. Obviously wasn't able to get it done, but yeah. Yonada did actually try it on the Schaefer, so I guess hats off for that. As we are now looking at Julia Miyazaki. Is she spotting the opening on the inside line there? She did, still on the inside through Aintree. She's going to be able to make the move, stick on David Jules here for second, as through Aintree we go. And nothing has happened here. is Giulia Miyazaki then. Still looking to get past David Jules, and we'll see if the Japanese woman is going to be able to do it. Julie then, I think a bit more was expected from him here, considering he did set fastest laps a bit early. So yeah, it is a shame then, but we'll see what Miyazaki is going to be able to do. As we have reached the halfway point then. Have reached the halfway point of the race then. We're on lap 7 out of 16. Miško Sunčević has been leading every lap so far from David Jules, and then a close Giulia Miyazaki in third. Miyazaki looking to take second in this race, and we'll see if that is going to be able to happen. As there is Jose Lucas. He's now going to try to get back the position that he lost against Andrei Sazan all those laps ago. And he gets past Jose Lucas. Simple as that. And that is Jose Lucas up into 20th. Jose Lucas then in 20th at the moment, has got quite a big of a gap to Giuseppe Stella in 19th. But we'll see if he is going to be able to do anything here. Miyazaki 3/10 the gap between David Jules. Is she going to be able to find her way past the Croatian? She's going to try to go to the inside line now then. Heading into Stowe, but isn't quite close enough to the Croatian just yet. Jules defending that second position. Miyazaki will be wanting to get past Julie as early as possible if she wants a chance and maybe even contending for the race lead, considering it is 5 seconds of a gap already between Julie and Sunčević, and 5 seconds is not a little time to close in. So yeah, I think even now maybe the lead is out of reach for Miyazaki, so she's just going to focus on getting past David Jules in these 7 laps. Obviously not try and push the car too much as well. Now we're going a bit further down the field and looking at Ji Hwan Kyon in 14th. Could get another position there as he is chasing down Damian Krastev for P13 then. And he is going to go to the inside of the Bulgarian. Isn't able to do so at the moment, though. Isn't able to pull off the move. Krastev just a bit too far away. And the South Korean man stays behind for the time being. Here's Sergei Kazakov then. He's fighting championship rival Michael Rosenthal. Interesting battle then, but obviously they're both outside the point, so it's not like it really matters. But yeah, championship contenders fighting amongst each other. Looking at Ji Hwan Kyon then. Still on the back of Damian Krastev. He's going to try to go to the inside line and try to pull off the move. And try and get himself up into P13 then. As he goes to the inside line. They are side by side then. Through Stowe Corner. And it is going to be Ji Hwan Kyon who gets the position and goes up into 13th. As Miško Srnčević now sets the fastest lap of the race. And just pulls away even further. It's been taken by Nick Tanner though, who sets a fastest lap from, where is he? He's 9th at the moment, but he is 1.5 seconds off Sebastian de Cloet in 8th. Here's Cameron Cole then. As we look down to a bit further down the grid and to the battle for P21. Cameron Cole is going to go to the inside line of Andrei Sazonov. As to go wheel to wheel. Gagan Jonada currently in 6th as he is chasing down Bentley Schaefer. So we're now seeing the battle for P16 then. This is Marco Rosenthal and Håkan Sorensen going side by side. So look a bit further up the field. That's Nick Tander jumping over the curb as he's trying to get past Sebastian de Cloet. The man who set the fast lap of the race previously. Oh, Yannick Moltke He's gonna try and make it 3 wide here, and there's contact between Moltke and De Kloot, that is. Sebastian De Kloot facing the wrong way, and he is out, I think. And that's going to be absolutely massive in the championship. That is Sebastian De Kloot, who would be on for a very, very good result and potentially the lead of the championship, now out here at Silverstone. And that is pretty massive, and I'm not sure if Yannick Moltke is going to take the blame for that, but either way, that is Sebastian De Kloot out, and I think Rosenthal and Kazakov will be feeling such a relief now, as their main championship rival has just been eliminated spontaneously. We'll have to get a replay on that. I'm not sure if it was actually Moltke's fault or if it was De Kloot's fault. But, well, we'll get to see that now. As you can see, they're up ahead. There was Tanner getting a poor run as he jumped over the curb. De Kloot went to the inside line, and then Moltke tried to find the opportunity, and I'm not sure if there was space there for him. But yeah, we'll have to get the onboard here. And this is, well, you can't see him, but there's Tanner on the right there. Moltke breaks very late. So does Tanner, and well, I mean, it is De Kloot's right to the corner, so I would just say it is maybe on Yannick Moltke here. He'll get the onboard from Sebastian De Kloot as well. And I mean, well, he didn't leave him much space to work with, but he is ahead, and I guess it is his right to the corner, considering he was already going wheel to wheel with Nick Tanner. So I don't know, it's a difficult assessment, but either way, it's not for me to decide. It is the steward's decision ultimately. As here is Jagan Junada then chasing down Bentley Schaefer for fifth. Or sorry, for fifth. Giulia Miyazaki still on the back of David Jules. And Stewart's verdict immediately here then. 5 seconds time penalty for Yannick Moltke for the collision. So Moltke will be receiving a penalty. 5 seconds then added on to his race time. Here is Ludwig Stefansson then in P24. The lower part of the midfield has been very, very close, I have to say. They've been looking very racy so far in this race. Miyazaki as well has been looking very good on pace to try and challenge David Jules here. Miyazaki's gonna try to maybe find something, some form of a gap here. Let's see if she is gonna be able to do that, but yeah, at the moment she's stayed behind for these past few laps and in P3. Either way, I think a podium is gonna be satisfactory for Miyazaki, but when you're so close and when you're fighting for second, obviously you just want the best. You just want the best positions possible for yourself, if that makes any sense. Miyazaki then heading out of Chapel. It's just going to hope to get a good run then on David Jules, and I think Miyazaki's just gonna have to settle for second at this point, as Suncevic leads by 10 seconds now from David Jules in second. There's Jose Lucas. He's gonna try and get past Giuseppe Stella, Brazilian, He's been making a lot of moves today, and he is just trying to get past the Italian here, but Stella will remain where he is. Ji-hwan Kyon gets up another position then, and he is up into 11th. He gets past Avedis Davetian for 11th, and the South Korean gets a bit more name. Good stuff from Ji-hwan Kyon, I have to say. He's been looking very good this race. And he is now in P14. Oh, that's someone going over the curb rather aggressively. Now looking at Nikolaus Schlöter chasing down Andrei Sazonov for 21st. Arban Lechagvasuren in this pack as well, with Ludwig Stefansson behind as well. Let's see what is going to happen here then. There is Lechagvasuren. He's now facing pressure on Stefansson. Stefansson was late on the brakes and tried to make a move around the outside there. Just wasn't able to pull it off though, unfortunately. Guess props for him for trying though, at least. Stefansson just proving, I guess maybe just trying to put the message out there that he is there and he wants that position. Trying to pressure him at least. Here is Jose Lucas then on the back of Giuseppe Stella, chasing him through Maggots and Beckett's. Now looking at Ludwig Stefansson, chasing down Arban Lechagvasuren. 5/10 is the gap separating the two at the moment, and Stefansson will be hoping to get past Lechagvasuren, even though there's only 2 laps to go. So we're now looking at Søren Jakobsen in 14th. Could he get another point to his name? So he's chasing down Damian Krastev. Now looking at the battle for P4, Mikolas Černík is going to have to hold off Bentley Schaefer for these 2 laps. Schaefer, who has been consistently hunting that 4th away from Černík. They both haven't really moved away from their respective positions, and the battle is back once again. Schaefer heads out of Chapel now, chasing down Mikolas Černík. 5/10 is the gap between the two here, and we will just have to wait and see if Schaefer's going to be able to do anything then. As we go back to another battle a bit further down the field, this is Nikolaus Schlöter versus Andrei Sazonov for 21st at the moment. Nikolaus Schlöter has only scored 7 points so far in Porsche Super Cup, as we're now starting the final lap of the race. Well, Suncevic has started the final lap of the race. Now everyone else is starting the final lap of the race. So, yeah, 16 laps have gone by, as David Joule now says the fastest lap of the race. Adamant to steal that one fastest lap point away from Miško Suncevic. He might just do it. As I did say so, as I was just talking about it, Yannick Moltke set the fast lap of the race. who currently is in P9 provisionally, but yeah. Arban Lechagvasuren still chasing down Nikolaus Schlöter. See if he is going to be able to do it. This is his last chance at trying a move then. As he won't obviously get any more chances in the final lap of the race. Now looking at Damian Krastiev, we're just mentioning how Søren Jakobsen was chasing down the Bulgarian, but now it seems like he's actually gone on the back of Avedis Davityan, and I don't know if he might just get a good run here. He could try and get up into 12th, but it is looking uncertain. Either way, though, taking a very, very dominant race win, coming across the line to win at Silverstone. Miško Srnčević will win here in Silverstone, and he takes a very, very good win. David Jules comes home second to take the lead of the championship with him, and Julia Miyazaki comes home third to round out the podium. Giuseppe Stella then in 18th, once again comes home pointless. Will not be too happy about that. Same with Rosenthal and Kazakov, but yeah, that is it. And it's time to go through the final classifications then. So Srnčević, who takes the win, followed by Julie and Miyazaki rounding out the podium. Then it is Chernik, followed by Schaefer, and then Yonada, Sariev, Tander, and then Moltke. This is provisional, obviously, because Moltke has a 5-second time penalty, so he might go down a position or two. Chata Yilmaz finishes 10th, with Jihuan Kyon in 11th, Avedis Davityan in 12th, followed by Krastiev in 13th, then it's Jakobsen and Rosenthal rounding out the points-paying position. So Marco Rosenthal was actually able to grab 1 point there. Håkan Sorenström in 16th, with Sergei Kazakov in 17th. Then it is Giuseppe Stella in 18th, with Jose Lucas in 19th, and then Cameron Cole in 20th. Andrei Sazanos finishes P21 with Nikolaus Schlöter in 22nd. That's Arban Lechagvasuren in 23rd with Ludwig Stefansson in 24th. Yates Terzic and Rubino Gonzalez are your final finishers, and then Sebastian Leclerc is the only non-finisher of the race. Right, that has been it then for Porsche Super Cup. Thanks so much for watching. But before we go, it's time to give out driver of the day. Personally, I'll give it to Jihuan Kyon. Honestly, I think he pulled off a very, very good drive. He made a lot of overtakes, consistent pace, and I think to me he deserves driver of the day. But yeah, that has been it then for PSC. Next round will be at Spa for round 5 of the championship. But yeah, do not worry. The action at Silverstone does not end. We've got the Formula 2 and Formula 1 British Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit, so make sure to not miss that. If time is on our side, hopefully we'll be able to cram in Super Formula as well. Obviously, nothing is really confirmed this weekend as it is the summer break, but yeah. Once again, this has been Porsche Super Cup. I have been Miran, and we will see you when the A-Season returns for the Formula 2 British Grand Prix. Thank you, and goodbye.